Hey there, cool kids! Have you ever wondered who invented the refrigerator? You know, that big box in your kitchen that keeps your milk cold and your ice cream frozen? Well, get ready because today we're going on an amazing journey to discover the story of the fridge. Okay, so imagine this. It's a super hot summer day about 200 years ago. There's no refrigerator, no freezer, no cold drinks. If you wanted to keep your food fresh, you had to put it in a hole in the ground or pack it with ice that someone cut from a frozen lake in the winter. Can you imagine that? Going to a lake, cutting giant blocks of ice, and storing them in your basement? That sounds like a lot of work. People really wanted a better way to keep things cold. And guess what? A bunch of smart inventors started working on the problem. One of the first people to create something like a refrigerator was a Scottish guy named William Cullen way back in 1748. But his invention didn't really work very well. It was more like a science experiment than something you could actually use in your kitchen. Then, in 1834, an American inventor named Jacob Perkins made the first real refrigerator that could actually work. But here's the thing. It was huge, expensive, and kind of dangerous. Not exactly something your family would want in their house, right? Over the next 100 years, lots of inventors kept making refrigerators better and safer. By the 1920s, fridges finally became something normal families could buy. A company called Frigidaire started making refrigerators that actually fit in kitchens. Pretty cool, huh? But wait. Now comes the best part. How does a refrigerator actually work? This is where it gets super interesting. Okay, imagine you just got out of the swimming pool on a hot day. You're all wet, right? And when the water on your skin starts to dry up, you feel cooler. That's because when water evaporates, it takes heat away from your body. Your refrigerator uses this exact same trick to keep your food cold. Inside your fridge, there's a special liquid called refrigerant. Think of it like a superhero that fights against heat. This refrigerant goes on an amazing adventure through tubes all around your refrigerator. It's like a roller coaster ride, but for liquid. First, the refrigerant starts as a cold liquid. It travels through tubes inside your fridge where all your food is. As it moves through these tubes, it's like a little heat vacuum. It sucks up all the warm air around your leftovers, your juice boxes, and your cheese. The refrigerant gets warmer, and your food gets cooler. It's like a trade. But now the refrigerant is warm and it needs to cool down again. So it travels outside the fridge to the back, where you might have seen those black squiggly tubes. Here's where something awesome happens. A machine called a compressor squeezes the refrigerant really hard. When you squeeze it, it gets super hot and turns into a gas. Yeah, it changes form. Like water turning into steam. Then this hot gas travels through those tubes on the back of the fridge. The tubes let the heat escape into your kitchen. It's like the refrigerant is breathing out all the heat it collected. That's why the back of a fridge feels warm if you touch it. All that heat from inside your fridge is coming out. As the refrigerant cools down in those back tubes, it turns back into a cold liquid again. Then it goes right back inside the fridge to start the whole journey over. Round and round it goes, taking heat out and keeping everything nice and cold. It's like a never-ending circle of coolness. Pretty amazing, right? Your refrigerator is basically moving heat from inside the box to outside the box, over and over again. It's not making cold. It's actually just pushing the heat away. Mind blown. And here's something funny. Every time you open the fridge door and stare inside trying to decide what snack you want, warm air rushes in. Then your fridge has to work extra hard to cool everything down again. So next time your parents tell you to close the fridge door, now you know why. Today, almost every home has a refrigerator. We use them to keep fruits and vegetables fresh, to store milk and juice, to make ice cubes, and of course, to keep ice cream perfectly frozen. Without refrigerators, we couldn't have cold smoothies, frozen pizza, or popsicles on a hot day. The refrigerator is one of the most important inventions ever. It changed the way people eat and live. Before refrigerators, food would spoil really fast. People had to shop for food almost every single day. Now we can buy groceries once a week and keep them fresh. We can save leftovers instead of throwing them away. We can enjoy cold watermelon in the summer and frozen treats anytime we want. So the next time you grab a cold drink or reach for a snack from the fridge, remember all those inventors who worked so hard to create this incredible machine. And remember the refrigerant going on its endless journey, fighting heat to keep your food fresh and yummy. Pretty cool stuff, right? Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining me on this chilly adventure. Don't forget to stay curious, keep asking questions, and maybe give your fridge a little thank you next time you see it. See you next time.